All right, my thoughts on this Hard Knocks episode. Man, it's not like the first one. It's not like the first one, but it's close to the first one. This episode was pretty good because we got a chance to see Amari Cooper go through his thoughts of getting back on the field and things like that, as well as that drone cam in the beginning of the episode. Man, oh man, that thing right there, the way it zoomed in and got a chance to see all of the parts of the star, and went through a car, went through a truck, and then went through the opening way. Man, whoever designed that one, man, the gold star to them. And that was fantastic, man. You guys got to see that. Just Google the clip or something, because it's just amazing. Maybe I put some of it next to me, but man, it was flat out amazing. Oh yeah. This time they did a backstory on Trayvon Diggs. Shout out to Trayvon Diggs. Him and his brother, they always competing with each other. And on top of that, Trayvon got a young son, a young king, and he's going to one day be a professional football player. I just believe it. And he's going to be heavy to deal with out there wherever he plays, whether it's on the defensive side or the offensive side. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. And they try to get him to say something about Dak Prescott, and he kept on saying Patrick Mahomes. These young kids love Patrick Mahomes. Let's just be real with it. Patrick Mahomes is very marketable to the youth. Yeah, Dak Prescott is more, centered in a sense. Not saying that he don't have the flavor as a Patrick Mahomes, for crying out loud, but Patrick Mahomes got that nice flavor for the young kids. Maybe it's the mohawk. But neither here nor there. They did a piece on Isaac, international type of deals with the NFL, and they did a backstory on him, which is cool. And his family seemed very cool. I just know one thing. They was like, at the end, as far as Ben DiNucci, they was like, oh, come on. And Ben DiNucci let so many people down. He let a lot of people down that was rooting for him. And his number one fan, Mike McCarthy. Oh, my goodness. Mike McCarthy, you can tell that he was mad at his son. Ben DiNucci had this thing. He had this thing all wrapped in a bow tie for him. All he had to do is take care of the ball. And you can flat out tell that the coaching staff would have given him some graces. I digress. Amari Cooper, he is the wide receiver one. Yeah, Amari Cooper, wide receiver one. And he just got so much wisdom. Got so much wisdom. When CeeDee Lamb went to him and said, hey, how do you work out on your releases? Or do you work half body, full body, or do you like to get them and go, ha? That's that wide receiver talk, But as the DB, we are trained to look at the neck and the chest, and we try to redirect there. And 9 times out of 10, what he's saying is on the release, do you get inside the shoulder and get off, or do you get outside of the shoulder and get in out of your release points? But there's so many different release points that it probably go over a lot of people's head. But CeeDee Lamb, man, he's a young goat. Amari Cooper, he's approaching to that legendary status, and hopefully if he can get things going this year, stay healthy, remain healthy. Of course, he was healthy all last season, by the way. But if number 4 can stay healthy and remain healthy, and you have all of these guys out there, it's going to be trouble for the defenses out there. Hope you guys got your coffee. I got mine. Let's talk about the young trash talker. Yeah, the young trash talker. CeeDee Lamb versus Parsons. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. And when we think about the way this game is being played and the nature on how they like to get things going, this thing can go a long way, not a short way. Meaning that this type of talk track is nothing more than iron sharpen iron. CeeDee Lamb is telling Parson, hey, I had you the whole time. And the only reason why I dropped the ball because I tried to get cute with it. I tried to one-hand it on you. Outside of that, I had you. Matter of fact, you was not even in the frame. You can't play inside the slot. Next time, wear a visor because I can see your eyes. As a wide receiver, if you can see the eyes of the opposition, you control them. Right, because they don't supposed to be looking at your eyes, right? They don't supposed to be looking inside your eyes. So that's a good telltale time, whereas he could have just said, yeah, with his head, yeah, with his head, or yeah, did that moment right there, or did like this, man. So he just helping Parson out on that. And then what I love more than anything is Coach George giving Parson that fire of coaching. He ain't making it easy for him. And he said, hey, what happened with this particular play? Where were you on this? Why you're not doing it the way I told you to do it? Stop trying to play hero ball, basically. I loved every piece of that. That's real coaching right there, Cowboy Nation. I want to tell you guys, last season, George Edwards, he wasn't really in the room like that. They said that he was more on the outside and allowing the other linebacker coach to do those one-on-ones. Now he got his fingerprints all over it. I don't know what happened last season. Maybe, just maybe, he didn't want to have the I guess, I know it influences on those guys. Sometimes when you're in a position, you fall back and you let somebody else, take over. Maybe that was the situation in the scenario last season. But this season, this guy is all in the room. You can tell it's just a different vibe, different environment, because he got his hands on it. And the good thing about it is that when we start looking over this team, for one, I know Dan Quinn is going through protocols, but Dan Quinn, former head coach, right? And he's coaching up the defensive front, giving them unbelievable information. Oh, by the way, Joe Philbin, former head coach, he giving the team unbelievable insights as it relates to the offensive line. Oh, Bone Fossil, I think he was a head coach for a cup of coffee when they got rid of when he was at the Rams, they got rid of some coach, and he was the interim head coach for a spell. So those are heavy influences. And these coaching guys, they kind of work together. And one of the biggest points that I was able to see was like at that preseason game, they 25 minutes before the game kicked off, they said, oh, Dan Quinn out. Hey, we're going to have a new defensive coordinator to call this game. And Joe Witt Jr., he was the guy that was given it opportunity. And you can tell by now looking at the visuals, he was a little nervous, He was telling players, hey, this is what Quinn would like to do. I'm thinking this is what Quinn would like to do. You can tell there was a little nervousness, But that's good. That's good training for him. That's good understanding of the game and the flow for him. That's good stuff, because now when Quinn comes back, he can implement and say, hey, these are some of the plays that work when I call them, right? So it's so many things that we can take out of this Hard Knocks episode. And I just can't wait to see this season kick off. And of course, it is what it is with people having their reservations on Dak Prescott. But according to like some of the behind the footages and behind the scenes stuff, Dak Prescott will be okay. He will flat out be okay. It don't seem as if though he's got his head down or anything. They're just having everything as an extra precautionary situation, and he'll be ready week 1. Cowboy Nation. But shout out to CeeDee Lamb. He stole the show with the trash talking. And shout out to Aiden Diggs. I believe that's Trayvon Diggs' son name. Had a wonderful appearance out there. And shout out to Isaac's family from Mexico. And their whole family was there rooting for him. And I love to see that backstory of him and his brother. They both played football or what have you. And it's good to see this stuff, Cowboy Nation. It's good to see the backstory. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below. My name is Law Nation. If you like what you heard today, be sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Go CD Lamb, baby. Let's go. We out. Peace. One love.